The learning sciences is a relatively new scientific discipline, and it was born from several previously existing ones, including cognitive psychology, educational research, even computer science. It's a multidisciplinary field, and it's a wonderful opportunity for a faculty like ours to draw people together in ways that allow us to build on one another's expertise and look at the really hard problems.
Today's problems that we're facing in society or in classrooms really do require solutions that aren't just coming from one single discipline, because the problems are very complex. So in order for you to be a successful educator and design successful learning environments, you're going to need different skills and different levels of expertise. And the only way to do that is through an interdisciplinary approach.
You want multiple individuals with different perspectives thinking about those problems and designing solutions for those problems. And different faculty within the Lynch School are working in different ways, some with other faculty members here at the Lynch School of Ed, some across Boston College, or even engaging with members from other institutions across the country.
The learning sciences is often described as a design science, which means that it emphasizes the process of design, which is often a collaboratory process, and the production of designs. So these are designs that include many different forms of media, many forms of interaction, of curriculum.
And so the field of learning sciences is really interested in asking those questions on how we can design the entire learning environment to provide scaffolds for a student to be able to help them move through complicated tasks. So how do we make it simple for students who are novice, and how do we add and engage students in more complexity as they get more knowledge and more expertise in that particular content area?
One of the things I think is really innovative about the learning sciences at the Lynch School of Education is the work is really grounded in the problems out in the field. Sometimes educational research gets critiqued for being too ivory tower or too disconnected from actual practice, and I think that is not true of the work that's done here. The researchers at the School of Ed here are really thinking about what are the problems out there, how can we design learning environments to address those issues, and how can we really research them and improve them for people.
In order to really understand learning, and in order to design innovations for learning that work well, we have to work closely in the schools. We have to work in partnership with teachers. We have to do a deep participatory methodology, and this is one of the hallmarks of the learning sciences.
So for example, in my own work, I have a project with Rebecca Lowenhout, who's in Ed Leadership here, and she and I have been working to help instructional leaders like principals support their teachers in the science practices. So she brings expertise around educational leadership, I bring expertise around science education. We're also working with a consultant who has technology expertise in order to develop online resources and an app for principals to use in their schools and to really help teachers with the problems that are arising with their practice.
In the last 25 years, there's been an explosion of technology as entered into the classroom, coming into our vernacular as teachers and as educators. We need to do the work of designing how those technologies make an impact and how they can be used effectively for learning.
So in schools, that can be using computers in a variety of different ways. It can be using tablets, iPads, different tools in order to really help teachers, students, administrators with a variety of different problems.
We're working on a number of projects. One of our larger projects is integration of hydroponics into classrooms and into after-school settings. So that's being driven by having students design and build their own hydroponic systems with the premise of growing food, and hopefully around the idea of how do we actually attack problems in the community. The project has multiple angles. We work with teachers. We have about 120 teachers implementing our curriculum in classrooms, mostly in the Northeast area. But we also work deeply with students. And all of that work is very deeply social justice driven. And that's one of the unique features, I think, of the School of Education.
Learning sciences at the Lynch School includes a wonderful dimension of humanism, of focusing on urban schools and on equity and diversity in schooling. It includes an emphasis on whole child learning and the family.
We can design a learning environment that really starts at how do you design something that is equitable across the board, and then we can build from there and then bring those other disciplines to bear on how do you make that equitable learning environment cognitively sound, socially sound, and supporting those students in learning the right processes or the processes that they need to be able to better understand the concepts under study.